Hi, my name is Marissa Sayers. I'm the owner of Sayers & Co. And I'm going to quickly show you how you can utilize our mockups as well as some designs so that you can digitally create the best listings for your small business without actually having to make the physical product yourself and film it or take photos of it. I know that that can be such a time suck, and a lot of times you're just really hoping that you can get products out quicker because we all know not every single product we make is going to be a seller. So if we can increase the amount of products that we can list and showcase, then that way we're gonna be able to increase the amount of sales. So let me show you how to do that really quick. If you are on Etsy, Etsy recently has changed into saying that they want to use more square images. So here I'm using a 2100 by 2100 pixel square in order to do this. And yes, I've already recorded this, but did not turn out how I want. So here I am re-recording it, but I'm gonna show you the different things that you can do. So first, what we're gonna do is I'm going to just drag and drop the image that you're purchasing, for example, and this is exactly how it'll look for you guys. This is a JPEG image that is high resolution, high quality, taken with a professional camera. And you can create the image size you want a couple different ways. You can drag and drop on the corners here and make it as big or small as you want. You can right click and select set image as background. And then you can come in and double click and move things around however centered or not centered you might want. The reason why I think it's important to make a few images out of one image is because if you're utilizing Etsy, we all know that they want you to have 10 images. And this is a way that you can showcase the same image, but a couple different ways. And I'll show you how to do that later on. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to come in. Now that we have it positioned how we want, I prefer to lock it so that way it's not going to move around while I'm editing the design that I'm putting on top. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to click lock background. Now that background is still and it's not going to move. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to drop on top another a PNG that is transparent background. So that way I can make my mockup. I will show you really quick what a non-transparent background looks like just in case. This is a JPEG, so it's going to have whatever color background comes with the image. This is a PNG, which most PNGs come with a transparent background. You're going to drag and drop, and then you're going to just zoom in so that way you can make it extremely accurate, just like this. Zoom back out. And then the final step that I believe makes your mockup so much more realistic and accurate looking is lowering the transparency, especially if you're using vinyl and sublimation. I always recommend your sublimation mockup or digital photo to be more transparent because that's just the nature. Sublimation is much more transparent than vinyl. Vinyl is opaque, sublimation is translucent. So if you were doing this on a sublimation tumbler, obviously you're not because this is a plastic tumblers, but if you were, I prefer to have the transparency down in the 60s or 70s versus if I'm doing a vinyl mockup, it'll be in the 80s or 90s. And this just gives the feel of it being so much more realistic instead of it being a stark, bright digital difference. And I'll just show you the difference really quick. This is much more realistic. This is what it's going to be. It's going to look like more when the client actually gets it, the customer receives it. This is much more fake looking. And this is an easy way to stand out and to see if people, when people are shopping, is to make sure that your products are accurately represented online as they're going to receive in physical form. So here is one design. And then I will show you this other design really quick, drag and drop it. And then again, we're just going to grab the corner and zoom in so that way we can make sure it is in the area how we would be applying this decal. And there we go. We are good to go. A couple other different ways that you can showcase the tumblers with the one image. This one is further out. This one is closer in. This one is even closer in again. This you might want to have a background, or maybe you have a print or a logo you like. You can go ahead and make the image smaller so you can have the room for background or information that you might want to add. Another thing that I recommend, because again, we're trying to fulfill those 10 images, specifically if you're selling on Etsy, is you can show the design enlarged and big and detailed so people can see what it looks like. I want you to please keep in mind that all of these need to be watermarked. You don't want people being able to take the mock-up that you purchased. One, a requirement is to definitely make sure that your images that your images are watermarked so that way people are not stealing the images that I'm having produced for you guys to be able to use. And two, you don't want people to be able to take the image that you're doing and use it for free when you paid your good money for it. So make sure your images are watermarked. especially if you're showing a big image like this blown up. Definitely make sure it's watermarked. If you are designing your designs yourself, that protects you. And if you are purchasing from another designer and utilizing their images and designs, then that protects them as well. So make sure you do that. And then lastly, what I had showed previously on a video is just showing you how to quickly alter the color of a solid image that you may not know how to have. You may not have known how to do this. So I thought this was just a quick fun tip that I could show you guys. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the image, come in here, and you're going to click on duotone. And this works for any color. So obviously this is white, but if it was black, if it was brown, red, green, blue, it doesn't matter. You can come in and very, very quickly change the color. So if you have a UV printer at home or a sublimation printer, or you're using vinyl and you want to be able to offer this one design in multiple colors, this is a very, very fast and quick way that you can come in and change the color of something. So that way you can just show people, hey, look, I offer different colors in this. And also it helps us get closer to that 10 image mark on Etsy. Again, this is how utilize our mockups. We also have designs for sale and we also have transfers for sale. So if you're somebody who are like, oh, I love this idea, but I actually don't have a UV printer, I don't have a sublimation machine, but I would love to get started. I'd love to add these to my boutique or to my standalone store or my online store. Then this is a great way, a great resource is to be able to purchase the tumblers from us. You also can purchase the transfers from us, whether that's a vinyl transfer or that is a sublimation transfer, and then create the digital mockup, sell them, and then just apply the transfers as they sell. I always encourage my students to work smarter, not harder. And by doing that, not making the tumblers until they actually have sold, it saves you money. So that way you're not sublimating things or applying decals to things that maybe won't sell. And then if it's sublimated, you can't reuse it. And if it's a decal, you have to peel off the decal and hope that it doesn't damage the tumbler. And so if you can create these digital mockups to sell them ahead of time, and then you apply the sublimation or the vinyl decal on the back end, that's going to save you a lot in your overhead costs. And it just makes your business run more efficiently, in my opinion. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to send an email to hello@sayersinfo.com. I hope this is helpful. Again, we sell the digital mockups here, the images that you can use, this image right here. We sell also digital designs that you can purchase and utilize yourself commercially. And we also sell transfers. We sell transfers of our own designs, and we also sell transfers of other people's designs. So if you have purchased a design and you need it made into a transfer, we can absolutely do that for you. If you're a fan of some of the trending tumbler makers like Milk Sugar, for example, you can see I'm a part of her membership and we are a certified printer through her. And so we can turn any of her designs into a transfer, sublimation, or UV printed as well. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later.